If you're planning or thinking about a trip to Italy, you won't want to miss this travel alert, updating you on the latest events impacting tourists throughout Italy. I'm talking about natural disasters grounding hundreds of flights, the continuation of a record-breaking heat wave throughout the country, and a new warning from police about aggressive scams targeting tourists. I'm Gary with Optimal Travel. Let's get into it. One of my favorite sights to see when touring around Italy is Mount Etna, the amazing volcano on the island of Sicily. However, this week it entered an energetic eruption stage and has been spewing tons of ash into the atmosphere. This has effectively shut down the Catania Fontana Rosa airport, which is the main hub on Sicily. It's actually the fifth busiest airport in all of Italy. This week, all flights into Catania were suspended, and that closure is going into the weekend, tentatively to reopen depending on conditions. This has caused some flights to be diverted to other airports in Sicily, like Palermo, which has created extensive travel bottlenecks for tourists, especially this time of year in August when all of Italy is celebrating the national holiday, Ferragosto. And everybody in Italy is on vacation along with all the tourists. The major airlines that serve Sicily from mainland Europe have canceled hundreds of flights, including Ryanair, Wizz Air, and EasyJet. And in fact, this volcanic eruption has not deterred tourists from going to Sicily. It has attracted a flood of new tourists interested in the volcano, taking ferries from all different sorts of ports, finding any way possible to get to the island. I'm going to link a poll here because I want to know what you think. If you have an active volcano erupting on an island, would that keep you away, or would curiosity draw you in to see it? And the closure of the airport in Catania is only half the story, as the attraction of a volcano erupting to many social media influencers has drawn thousands of people trekking up the slopes of Mount Etna to get raw footage of this lava flow, some of them wearing flip-flops. Civil protection officials and local alpine guides have taken to social media to try and warn people about the dangers of this eruption because of what they witnessed people doing after it began. Now, these local alpine guides are technically the only ones allowed to go down into the crater and walk those trails. And if you want to go that close, you have to hire a guide. You can't just walk into those trails. But with this eruption, that's completely shut down, and people are getting way too close. Shockingly, authorities have caught thousands of people trying to climb over sharp, scorching volcanic rock, wearing only flip-flops and summer clothes instead of protective hiking gear. Even worse, the head of Sicily's Civil Protection Agency has reported that tourists are randomly parking their rental cars at the edges of narrow mountain roads, completely blocking off access to emergency vehicles who need to get up and down the mountain. Several high-profile social media influencers and Italian TV personalities have received a lot of backlash this week for posting selfies extremely close to the active lava flow. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. If your travels to Italy are going to include other countries in the EU, in particular Spain, you might have heard about the new border checks going on. What happened is last week, Italy started checking anybody coming in from Spain. And this week, Spain retaliated and is now doing the same thing. So if you travel from Italy to Spain, they're spot checking people. And all this means is they're looking at your passport and making sure you're legit to go in the country, where it used to be because they're both in the EU Schengen region, you could just cross that border and there were no checks at all. Now, it's been inaccurately reported on some social media posts that passports are being seized. That is not the case. These are just additional border checks that didn't used to be there, and in some cases, they're causing more bottlenecks and more delays for people. Certain passengers on flights and ferries between Italy and Spain are getting singled out, pulled aside, and checked for document vetting. To give you a little background, these border checks started a couple weeks ago in response to over 70,000 people illegally crossing the border from Morocco to Ceuta, which is a small part of Spain that sits on the continent of Africa, but it is owned by the Spanish government. Spain officially reports that most of these illegal border crossers were sent back to Morocco, but you're still seeing social media and other media reports of a couple thousand of them remaining in Spanish territory. And this may have to be cleared up before Italy goes back to having no border controls between Italy and Spain. I have been traveling around Italy in the summer, and I probably won't do it again unless it's just to go to the beach, because Italy's summers can be hot, and this year they're dealing with an incredible heat wave. In fact, this week, Italy's health ministry placed all 27 major Italian cities on a red alert heat warning simultaneously. Temperatures this week have been soaring past 102 degrees Fahrenheit in Rome, Florence, and throughout central Italy, and tourists are being impacted. Emergency services are being overwhelmed with tourists fainting or suffering from heat-related exhaustion from waiting in long, unshaded lines for the Colosseum and the Uffizi Museum.
This is a great reason to get travel insurance, because if anything happens to you, your insurance from America will not be covered in Italy. If you want travel insurance that you can trust, you can find the one that we usually use in our link in our description.
And if you are going to be in Italy during this heat wave, in an emergency response to keep people from collapsing in the midday sun, the Ministry of Culture has extended evening hours on some iconic outdoor historical sites like the Colosseum and the Pantheon. And there's a new trend emerging as more and more tourists this week have been seen staying indoors during the day and coming out late into the night to experience some of these iconic historical sites. And if your travel plans to Italy are not set in stone just yet, consider coming during the off-season or the shoulder season when the weather is still decent, but the temperatures are not nearly as hot. Some of the best times that I've been to Italy are between March and May or between September and November. I've even really enjoyed coming to Italy in the winter, especially if you like the holidays, because they get all decked out that time of year. Next, I'm going to get to a crazy tourist stunt pulled this week that ended up in a €450 fine. But first, if you would take a minute and hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. It helps us grow, and you won't miss our next video. Speaking of the heat wave, what some tourists still inevitably do, even though it is completely illegal, is try to cool off in one of the fountains in Rome. You might have seen a viral video this week of a man diving headfirst in the Trevi fountain. That actually didn't happen this week. That's a repost trying to chase views from footage that was taken back in May. However, a very real strange incident happened this week when a 42-year-old German tourist trying to escape from the excessive heat wave stripped down to his underwear and climbed right into the historic fountain at the Piazza della Repubblica in Rome. The funny thing is, locals filmed him doing this and immediately alerted the police, who pulled him out of the fountain, gave him a €450 fine, and banned him from the area. That's right, they legally expelled him from the neighborhood.
People think that the Trevi Fountain is the only one off limits to have a swim or to put your feet inside, but this applies to all fountains across Italy.
Rome has an absolute zero tolerance policy for touching any of their historic water features, especially these days with the increase in number of influencers trying to get some unique pictures for their uploads. Even though that wasn't the case necessarily with this guy, he was just trying to cool down. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Italy is a major draw for tourists from all around the world, and unfortunately, that also brings in some people with some not so good intentions, trying to take advantage of the massive crowds and get away with some petty crimes. And this week, the police issued a warning about a new drama tactic being used by teams of pickpocketers. This is one you want to be aware of. Sometimes tourists will catch a pickpocketer in the act, and that may cause him to just drop everything and run because he doesn't want to draw attention to himself. But this new scam, seen occurring in Florence near the Piazza del Duomo and the Uffizi Museum, where two pickpocketers will work in tandem. One will try to pickpocket you, and if he is caught, the other one will start screaming loudly, acting falsely like the victim, drawing attention away from you and confusing everybody around you, while his accomplice runs away with your wallet or your phone or whatever it is he grabbed. This is just another reason to be very vigilant with your valuables. Don't leave them in your pocket or exposed in a bag. Keep them hidden on your person or hidden somewhere, and you'll probably be okay. And some vloggers have been warning this week about a new, more aggressive art trampling scam. Now, there have always been these people in major Italian cities that set these paintings out on the street, actually, and they look like they're trying to get you to buy the painting, but they're really operating a scam. They try to get it as close to where you're walking as possible, and if you make a mistake and step on the painting, they get pretty angry and ask you to buy it and pay them for it. And they could charge 50 to 100 euros for some of these things, and you're not really getting anything of value, you're just being scammed. But people are reporting that some of these scammers are getting more aggressive and actually following tourists around, watching what they're doing, and when they see that you're looking up at monuments or at historical buildings, they'll drop one of those paintings right near your feet, and you'll probably step on it unknowingly. At that point, they'll demand 50 euros or something from you for damaging their merchandise. Don't ever pay these people. Just walk straight to any police officer, and in most of these major cities, they're pretty present.
Don't let all of this ruin your trip. You'll still have a great time. Just remember to be observing everything around you and keep your valuables hidden.
So now that you're up to date on what's affecting tourists in Italy this week, there are some new restrictions that are catching travelers to Italy off guard. I'll tell you what those are right here.